Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another video. As you can see, 7 hours ago, Call of Duty tweeted out an update, a community update, kind of a news briefing or recap of what's coming. Pretty much in anywhere from like season 2 all the way till a couple years from now with Warzone 2. It confirmed Warzone 2, and then it also mentioned this year's COD. Some details about it. So again, like I do this just in case you're not on Twitter because I don't think Call of Duty really does like a news briefing, YouTube kind of like recap video or anything like that. This is stuff that if you're on Twitter, you'll see it. If you're not on Twitter, you're gonna end up not seeing it at all. So I'm gonna go over what's there, kind of talk about Warzone 2 really quickly, and to kind of correct a lot of stuff or misinformation that I'm seeing on Twitter, maybe even on YouTube. So first thing, I'm going to read what they have here. It says field of view slider. Adding field of view slider in Warzone creates major performance impacts for old gen console players. Our goal is Warzone to be a performant experience on all platforms. And that's something that I agree with. I'm fine. See, the problem is, like I said, this is going to correct a lot of misinformation that people have. Bad players are going to complain about any and everything. I am a good player, a great player actually. I don't complain about field of view. It's not an issue to me. I'm on really old Xbox. Anytime I load into Warzone, I can finish in the top maybe three, maybe top five, top three, and probably like 1 in 3 chances I'll get a win. So you first and foremost have to be a really good player and put in the work and the effort. Field of view slider is only going to help you out so much. If you're pretty much garbage at the game, it doesn't matter what field of view you have it set on. So that's one thing I want to get all out of the way. A lot of people know this. That's nothing new. I'm not a genius. I'm not, a prophet or anything like that for saying that. People are gonna know that, people are gonna complain about hackers. Most of the time, you won't even run into a hacker, but people are gonna blame everything on the hacker instead of just admitting that they're bad at the game. Field of view slider is one of those things. Maybe even what do you call it? Where your controller aim assist is another thing bad players complain about. I have to deal with all that stuff regardless, and I'm pretty good at the game and have no complaints. Um, I my only complaint are bad players. That's I think most. If you ask people or did a poll with them and give them like 5 choices, what's the thing that probably affects your game the most? Number one answer always gonna be bad teammates, bad teammates or players and stuff like that on your team, even if it's multiplayer or Warzone. So that's something that like I'd rather have really good players and no field of view, no aim assist at all. Once you have a really bad player, it's a domino effect and it causes everything to fall apart on your team. So that's one thing that they wanted to address, and I wanted to give my point of view on it. Um, so again, this is an update that they tweeted out 7 hours ago, and I'm gonna kind of click to the important stuff really quickly at the bottom. I just saw that there, I wanted to kind of get that out of the way. First, their future plans. That's what everybody's most interested in, because there's a couple people that play, Warzone. Not everybody plays Warzone, so everybody's more interested in like the future games. So this year's Call of Duty, so Call of Duty 2022 is going to be a sequel to 2019's Modern Warfare. Um, so again, that's nothing new. Um, Everybody kind of had an idea that World War II is probably Vanguard was going to do pretty bad. Um, Not that it's doing pretty bad. That's one of those things too. Like, um, same thing. I don't complain about it because I'm decent at the game. Um, I'm not saying it's my cup of tea, but I still play it. I still play it here and there. I played um, Ship House the other day, and it's pretty fine, not bad. Only problem I have with Vanguard versus the prior games is bots are in there now to balance out the lobbies. They spawn if you're the best player on your team or in the lobby, they'll spawn like 5 bots on you. You have no chance of getting a positive KD. So that's the only thing that I don't like, but it's, as the saying go, it's just the way the future of gaming is now. Everybody wants free games, free and battle passes and stuff like that. So you have to keep in mind that the bots are in the game to slow you down, slow down battle pass progression and ranking up progression. You can't rank up 5 levels like the olden days or 5 tiers in one game by going like 60 and 2. If the bots see that you're doing well, the bots are going to attack you and keep you more grounded level, about a 1 KD or 2 KD or whatever. Um, it's just impossible. Fortnite was the first game to do that ever. They put in bots years ago. I would say probably like 1 year ago, 2 year ago. Their bots have slowly been getting put in game to slow down battle pass progression. People want free games. They can't have you finish the battle pass in like 1 week or a couple days or whatever. They need you to stay on the game and stuff like that. So that's one unfortunate truth. So uh, I kind of went off topic, obviously, because we should be talking about Modern Warfare 2019, and the sequel that's there now. So I guess I brought up because of the time era, or the era that Modern Warfare is going to be in, that people prefer the modern era rather than the old ones or the future ones. I prefer probably Advanced Movement, but I'm sure there's other games out there I can go play. I'm not telling you to do that, but still, Modern Warfare is fine. Advanced Warfare is fine. But people are gonna complain about everything, because that's kind of true. If it was Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare 2, hands down, we knew what happened. We know what happened with Infinite Warfare. It exposes people. The harder the game, the faster the game it exposes people. People love Apex Legends. People love Modern Warfare. People love some of these games because it's really, really slow. And so really quickly, I'm just going to kind of move on. And a new game and new Warzone. So there's definitely a Warzone 2 confirmed. It's going to be built from and designed from ground up. Expect a massive evolution of Battle Royale with all new play space and a new sandbox mode. People are talking about misinformation. People were saying something about, this is going back days ago, and I heard it today again, about some mode being similar to Escape from Tarkov. That's kind of like an oxymoron, because sandbox means like multiplayer, smaller. Probably think about Alcatraz or Rebirth Island. That's kind of like a sandbox, kind of small. That's still kind of big open world. But that's the thing that annoys me, and I'm gonna try and bite my tongue. But people don't really know much about anything, but people give them a lot of credit. People have no clue what sandbox means. Of what I've been reading on Twitter, people don't know what open world is. People don't know what sandbox is. They don't know any of that stuff. They just kind of hear the word. It's like a buzzword, I guess they call it. Because sandbox is more like multiplayer. So what that really means, it's going to be more like what Apex is doing, and maybe like a smaller battle royale play space. Kind of like I said, Rebirth. A place you could just drop in, maybe find some loot, kill some people. Maybe 50 versus 50. Think about Kingslayer. Think about like Team Rumble and stuff like that. Small little areas that you go and you just kill each other, one team versus the other team, 50 versus 50, stuff like that. As far as the Escape from Tarkov and this like supposedly hidden mode that's coming, or secret mode, that's probably something totally different. Sandbox is sandbox. Sandbox is more like multiplayer, literally a box that you stay in, not a big open world like Battle Royale, Verdansk, and Caldera and stuff like that, or Fortnite. Nothing like that. That's big open world. Sandbox is multiplayer, so it's just basically gonna probably have a way to keep people on Warzone when you don't want to or maybe when you get stressed out from playing, in a big battle royale, you want to just like jump into a second mode. Or think about it like what zombies did with Cold War, where you have Outbreak, big open world, or you have Sandbox, which are the survival-based maps. Because the truth behind that, and again, I know it's taboo, but people are content creators. The bigger the channel, the worse they are at the game. That's kind of the rule of thumb. So the bigger the channel, if they have millions of subscribers, they're pretty much garbage at the game. They're probably just there for the personality. They do get invited everywhere, which I understand, but big channels are bad at the game. So it's something to keep them on the game if they're bad at, Warzone, if they want to cross them over. Kind of the opposite of what happened with Cold War zombies, where we had the sandbox zombies. The big open world brought them more players to Outbreak. So this is kind of reversing it. It's big open world Warzone. Now we're gonna try and have some small survival sandbox, multiplayer type matches in Warzone. And I hope that's pretty plain and simple. So think like multiplayer survival versus big open world. So it's gonna be kind of like again like Kingslayer, or maybe like a multiplayer of Warzone, kind of like again what Apex is doing now, and Fortnite again had Team Rumble for the longest time. So that's something to keep in mind. The new engine, it's going to be a new engine for Warzone. Now, the tough part is Call of Duty better hope that consoles are available when this releases, because it's already been a year, or over a year, or maybe a year. And it's still hard to find consoles, so hopefully the price will come down and stuff like that. And Infinite Warfare is working on Warzone and the multiplayer map, which is nothing new because Treyarch did that, and they should give Treyarch some credit because Treyarch worked on the Warzone experience. You can tell by the Mason numbers and some of the stuff that went into Warzone during that time. So again, those are some of the stuff I just want to touch on without going too long. Community requests, field of view slider, that was a thing. People are going to complain, but of course they have to kind of listen to people. No matter what, they fix field of view slider, people are going to find something new to complain about. The color's not right, the color's off, the colors are causing me games and stuff like that. So people are just going to complain about that. After they fix that, they'll complain about something else. Gas mask animation, that one I kind of have to agree with a little bit. That one's kind of a little bit of an issue. These are just kind of like bugs and stuff like that, it looks like. And quality of life stuff, yeah, they're talking about. Nothing crazy. But this is the main stuff. The only thing I want to mention as far as Modern Warfare 2022, I am going to leave it with this as the last thing, is it needs to have some part of Ghost in there. I hate to say it, if it doesn't have zombies and it doesn't have any relation to Call of Duty Ghost, I'm 100% not buying it. I'm just going to stick to Warzone like everybody else, or maybe just go back to Fortnite, or go back to Vanguard, or, stay in Rebirth or something like that. I just think that, like, or Modern Warfare 3, those are, I hate to make it sound like an ultimatum, but, like, if it has no connection to Modern Warfare 3, maybe put some of the Modern Warfare 3 maps on launch. I'm fine with that. Or Spec Ops even. Definitely need zombies. Definitely need some Gabriel O'Rourke stuff in there. It needs to have some connection to Ghost. Maybe even putting like Ghost on the cover, or maybe Rourke on the cover. Extinction or something like that. I think it's gonna be you know how the saying goes, you don't learn from your mistakes or whatever, or you're doing the repeat history. If they pump out another Modern Warfare, which is duplicate to the Modern Warfare 2019, oh, that's just gonna be probably a disaster. I'm probably, if that happens, where it's just like it has no Gabriel Rourke, it has no Ghost, it has no extension, it has no zombies. Maybe Spec Ops will be okay with it. It needs something different than just Modern Warfare. They need to do that. They need to call it, and you can tell by the title, Modern Warfare 2 Ghost, where it has a little bit of both, or some, spiritual successor of Ghost or something like that would be kind of cool. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.